Hola and bienvenidos everybody. My name is NittPicc. I am a flutist and a music educator who enjoys all types of music. Today we are checking out Tonerico, which happens to have Jill, the violinist from Unlucky Morpheus. And since I like Unlucky Morpheus, why not check this out? Now, we're listening to the song, I'm not going to pronounce this correctly, jinXnij, or well, it's Jin spelled backwards, so maybe it's supposed to be like a flip. That's what the X is for. I understand the concept, just not pronouncing it correctly, so let me know how that's done down below. And this is actually featuring Saori Hoshino, which I did a little research on who that person was, and apparently it's another violinist. So I'm excited because I was a former violinist. I am predominantly a flutist. I can still play violin, but not to the extent of Jill in this case, and probably more than likely Saori. So I'm excited to jump into this. But before we do, if you like the channel, please like and subscribe. And if you want to check out more, there's some links down in the description below for my Discord where we can talk about anything, music, video games, nerdy stuff, you name it, we got it. And you can check out the link to my Patreon where you can check out extra content as well as some free content. So let's jump right in. The harmony. Oh God, it's so good. It's like, obviously, right? Like these are two women who have like honed their craft. So this is gonna be kind of weird, and this is super niche, I guess. This kind of reminds me, and not like, the reason why I say this, it kind of reminds me, is because this is what I'm going to mention is a little, I don't know, it's a little different just because it's like classical music rearranged to sound pop music, I guess. So there was a girl group named Bond, B-O-N-D, and they had an album that I was completely obsessed with when I was, I think, in my freshman year of high school, because a friend of mine had shown it to me. And like, we're talking obsessed, so obsessed that I had purchased the album off of iTunes a long time ago and had put it on my iPod, and I still have that iPod and it's sitting in my living room. And every now and then when I'm like editing thumbnails, like I'll put it on and it's soothing. And this, like, I know it's really high energy, but the sound a violin this way is super soothing. And the reason why I say this way, okay, long story short, like, I was a good violinist. I was in the first violin section in high school, and I played a little bit in college, and you know, I was at the like top of my first violin section, but like I wasn't, you know, concert master or whatever. That was never my goal. I was always wanting to be first chair flutist. That was my goal. I was really good at getting into like all my like fourth position and getting all those high shifting fingerings, you know, but I quit violin pretty quickly because I realized I could not get the tone quality that these ladies are giving. It is hard to make violin sound this beautiful if you don't practice a lot, and you can tell that these ladies practiced a lot. But let's talk about some of the techniques that they're using. There's not too much crazy going on, but let's talk about a little bit of it. So going back, I like this like almost wind-up doll opening with the, you know what I'm talking about. The octaves are so in tune. So what's cool is in that moment, like they are playing obviously together, but they are like, one of them is playing double stops. So what a double stop is where you're playing two strings at once. So in this case, you hear three notes, we hear a chord. One of them is playing the bottom pitch to create the tonic of the chord, or whatever their bottom note is in this case. And the other one is playing the double stop. It seems like Saori is playing second violin. Like if they were doing a duet and we had to label the parts, like Saori is playing the second violin while Jill is playing the first violin. Maybe it trades off. Who knows? I haven't really noticed a difference in parts yet. But yeah, that's what you hear there. And then we have this awesome return melody that happens twice. That is called spiccato. Listen to those octaves. Bunch of down bows we get. Listen to the gorgeousness of the low register of so warm, beautiful harmonies there. Nah, both of them are trading off equally. Tremolo. Return a I love this spiccato. It should be illegal how well in tune this is. But by the way, I just wanted to like make sure I explained this correctly. So spiccato is when you're bouncing the bow onto the string to get this separated style. That's what spiccato actually means, separated. So just wanted to point that out. But yeah, hold on, just a little bit back so we can get into this section. Yes, ma'am. So what's neat is we get some nice counterpoint in here where, so just a fancy word for like two melodies going on at once in that section. Again, another reason why I kind of stopped playing violin, mainly because, again, focusing on flute more, flutist. But I did it because violinists out there, this is not to offend you. It's mainly it's a me problem, not a you problem. I hate the E string. I hate the E string. For some weird reason, it makes my teeth hurt. But when someone else is playing the violin, it's completely fine, especially if they play it well. And I was, I was a young kid. I was an amateur. I was working hard, but like it just never sounded good when I did, and I just hated it. And then the stress of the shift into that upper register, like imagine playing the planets, playing Jupiter. Okay, if you've ever played Jupiter, it is all the way the hell up here, and it's like, how do I make this sound good? It's hard. It's hard to make it sound pretty. But anyway, I want to go back to hear those two melodic lines moving with each other. Right here, right here. Two melodic lines until right here. They come back together. The clean, it's so clean. Yes. Yes! Yes. Who needs guitar when you have a violin, though? Like, this is so refreshing. I mean, I love classical music, but there's just something about having a classical instrument playing in the style of, like, you know, in this case, it's like electronic pop rock music. But it's got like this gothy kind of sense to it, like electronic goth. I don't know. And the outfits kind of give me that vibe. I love the outfits, by the way. I'm not going to go into detail, but I love the black and the white. I'm a sucker for monotone things. Like, anyway, just hearing those solos, man, like seeing the, you know, the gliss down just to create kind of like that, you know, electric guitarists do it all the time, but hearing the tremolo and then just how far they're shifting it. Tremolo getting all over the... She does the same, and then we get a double stop. Yes, ma'am. Listen to the crunch and the... Back to the... Two melodic lines chasing each other here. I don't want it to be over. I did not want it to be over. Wow. Okay. This kind of makes me feel a little guilty because I think I've been sent a video a long time ago of Jill's that didn't include Saori. It was just purely of Jill. And I think it was her playing a cover of one of Yngwie Malmsteen's like guitar compositions, which I know of Yngwie. I just don't know a lot of his works. I did have a former friend who really knew a lot of his music. Of course, he is an actual guitarist, really great guitarist. Shout out to Doug. Hey. But if she, like, hearing this makes me want to dive into more. I love the sound. And it's nice to hear the violin playing in a different context. This really takes me back to that freshman year of high school where I was listening to Bond all the time. So Jill, I presume, makes albums of just her playing violin like this, which now I think I have new editing music that I need to check out. So yeah, I need more of this, 100%. It's kind of funny. In the last few months, I've actually considered on repurchasing just a beginner, model violin. I used to have a really nice violin and I regret ever selling it, but I did sell it to get a better flute, so I can't complain because I love my professional flute. She only gets used when there's a concert, but I love that flute. But something about seeing this really gives me that itch of just buy the beginner violin and enjoy yourself, play, enjoy just playing again. But we'll see. Anyway, let's continue the conversation about music. What do you think about Tonerico? What? I didn't know. I need to check out more Jill, so let me know what you think about Tonerico, and do you like Unlucky Morpheus? If you're an Unlucky Morpheus fan, shout out, drop your name down in the comments below, and let me know what you think about this collaboration between these two. Also, if you know anything about Saori Hoshino, I would love to dive down that rabbit hole too, because wow, and they both play amazing together. Just the artistry from both of them, the musicality that they just have, and yeah, that's what you get when you get two really good musicians playing together. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Also, let me know if you think I should get the violin. And if you end up liking the channel, please like and subscribe. And if you want to check out more, there's some links down in the description for my Discord where you can chat with me, talk about Jill, violin, flute, any kind of instrument. I'm here for it. As well as a link to my Patreon where you can check out extra content as well as some free content. But I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.